Have you ever felt this? That the harder you try to manifest your dreams, the more they seem to slip away? That the more you affirm, I am abundant, by looking at an empty bank account, the more you feel like a fraud? What if I told you that that frustration isn't a sign that you're failing, but that you're following the wrong instructions? What if the very idea of trying to manifest is a contradiction in terms? Today, we're going deep into the Seth Material to uncover why effort is the enemy of ease and how true power lies in a radical, counterintuitive practice called the magical approach. And Seth doesn't just suggest this, he insists it's the only way to live in harmonious cooperation with the universe. First, we need to name the problem. Seth calls it the direct approach. This is the mindset of the ego. It's the belief that you are a small self, separate from the universe, and you must struggle, negotiate, and force your will upon reality to get whatever you want. Okay. It's you, the conscious mind, trying to shout orders at your subconscious, which is like trying to command the ocean with a whisper. This creates what Seth identifies as the core problem, a fundamental state of inner conflict, and he says in no uncertain terms, a conflict of will only lead to a conflict of energy. You cannot force yourself to agree with ideas that you believe are not true. So let that sink in right now. You cannot force a belief. You can only create a civil war within yourself. When you affirm, I am rich, from a feeling of, I am poor, all you are doing is reinforcing the power of the poverty belief, because that's where the real energy is. The direct approach is the way of strain, and strain is a vibration that can only attract more strain. So, what is the alternative? Well, Seth offers us the magical approach. This is not passive. It is profoundly active cooperation with the universe. It's the understanding that you are not separate from the creative force of the universe. You are an expression of it. The magical approach operates on one core principle: alignment over action. Seth defines it like this. The magical approach takes it for granted that the desired outcome is accomplished. It does not try to force the issue by physical means. It does not try to put a puzzle together, but instead it allows the puzzle to put itself together. Your job is not to put the puzzle together. Your job is to allow it. How? Well, by attending to your inner state, by becoming a vibrational match for your desire. Here's the practical step-by-step breakdown. First, shift from how to who. The beingness shift. Stop asking the panic-driven question of the ego, how will this happen? That question comes from fear and lack. Instead, ask the powerful question of the inner self. Who would I be if this was already true? What would that version of you feel like? Not just happy, but specific. Safe, secure, free, relaxed, and valued. Your entire practice becomes about dwelling in that feeling state. The feeling is the frequency. Next, follow your inclinations, the universe's whisper. The universe doesn't communicate with a bullhorn. It uses gentle nudges. Seth calls these inclinations a sudden, random thought to call an old friend, an urge to walk in the park, a book that catches your eye. These are not meaningless. They are the universe's GPS, giving you the next turn-by-turn direction on your bridge of incidents. Your job is to trust them and follow them without demanding the entire map. And lastly, embrace natural trance, the genius state. Your most brilliant ideas don't come when you're at your desk straining. They come in the shower, on a walk, daydreaming. Why? Well, because in those moments, the critical forcing mind, direct approach, is offline. The state of relaxed focus is where the magical approach thrives. It is a state of allowing. Schedule time for it and honor it. When you do this, when you prioritize your inner state, the universe begins to construct your bridge of incidents, and it will look like magic. It will look like a series of meaningful coincidences, synchronicities, and effortless events that naturally lead you to your goal. Seth says, the universe will handle the details. The idea will seem to work itself out, and events will fall into place with a kind of miraculous simplicity. Your job is not to build the bridge. Your job is to recognize it, trust it, and walk across it with a sense of gratitude and wonder. So I invite you to do this experiment in trust. For the next 7 days, I give you permission to retire the direct approach. When the urge to force arises, gently remind yourself, I am allowing this to come to me with ease. Then shift your focus to the only thing that matters, how you want to feel. Your life is about to become a magical collaborative adventure. Now, a profound question remains though. I can feel it. I know what you're going to be saying. What about the fear? What about the deep ingrained anxiety that says letting go isn't safe? What about the core wound that whispers, you must control to survive? Well, you cannot solve this problem with a positive affirmation. The fear is the final fortress of the direct approach, and it must be met with compassion, not force. Next time, we go into the shadows together. We will explore Seth's most gentle teachings on how to work with the frightened parts of yourself, not to conquer them, but to love them, hear them, and integrate them into the magical approach. This is where true healing begins. If you've ever felt held back by a fear you couldn't quite name, you won't want to miss this. If you are ready to end the inner war and explore the power of allowing, let me know in the comments with the word allow. And if you are ready to face the fear with compassion and finally achieve true alignment, make sure you are subscribed and that notification bell is on. This is perhaps the most important journey we will take together. Thank you for your courage.